Hello everyone, today we have new video review and this time we will check kit from Modelcollect. It is, as you can see, 72nd scale German tank, and this time it copies quite unusual modification. It's Rheintochter 1 on E50 body, and once again I will remind you that both are molded in 1/72nd scale as it's written here. As for the packaging, this is a quite typical box for Modelcollect. We have this attractive box art on the front side. Here you can see comparison with my hand, it's not that big. Here we have some information about the manufacturer, and on the other side we have some safety devices for those who will be assembling this kit. This is a top opening box, and here is what we have inside. So as you can see, some sprues are packed into the separate plastic bag and some are just free in the box, but as you can see, package is still quite tight, so nothing came damaged to me. Let's start from this hull parts. As you can see, we have lower hull part and also the top section. Both are designed as a one-piece parts and they should be easy to install, I guess. I mean, I've assembled E75 and it was quite easy to fit those parts together. As you can see, we have here the separate engine bay cover, what should be quite useful for those who will be replicating engine in this small tank. And of course the front mud guards, they're also here and they should be quite nice on this tank. Nevertheless, those two hatches are pre-molded and you won't be able to open them, so keep it in mind. And inside we don't have anything, only those molding pins, which will have to be deleted, of course, in order to be fitted properly. And here we will have to install rear armor wall, and that's pretty much all. I mean, of course, suspension elements from both sides, but that's not a serious deal. Then we have plastic bag with typical sprues for E50 tank. I mean, you'll find them in any E50 model from Modelcollect. And it starts with this engine frame. As you can see here, we have fully detailed engine. That's a feature, out of the box feature in 1/72nd scale, and I think it's quite nice to have it. But of course it will be up to you if you want to have it in your tank or you will assemble your tank without any engine inside. Then we have two absolutely identical frames. Let's check on the one as usual. This one is dedicated to suspension parts. Here we have road wheels, drive sprockets, and also here you can see some external elements, for example exhausts and towing elements, which will be placed on the hull. Molding quality is quite nice, but some attachment points are wide and some attachment points are placed between tricky, let's say, sides, and it will be not easy task to separate them off the frame. Then we have two absolutely identical frames once again. Those are dedicated to track parts. So we have plastic tracks in this kit, and that's quite a nice feature because they will be easier to install and easier to paint and weather. So that's a definite advantage for this kit. Next we have this small frame with rear armor wall and main gun counterbalance. Those should be, I mean, this part will be installed inside the turret and this one will be upgraded with some external parts. And next we have this large frame. I can zoom out a bit so that you can see it in a full view. Here we have some of the hull parts. For example, this is engine bay cover. Those are two side skirts which are molded as one-piece parts. Here we have towing cables, some tools, Pioneer tools, machine gun. Here more tools and some external elements as well. Molding quality is still good, but again, as I said before, attachment points could have been thinner because those wide points make it tricky to separate them. Then we have another plastic sprue. This one was out of the bag, it was just in the box. Here we have parts for Rheintochter, and as you can see, here we have the special stand for this and also the parts for the missile itself. There are no position pins inside, and here you can see it from the other side. And next we have parts for the launch station, which will be placed instead of the turret on the tank. And I think it will be quite unusual combo, especially in such small scale, because I mean in 35 scale it's not difficult to combine such kits together, but in 72nd scale it will be tricky to find them separately. but now Modelcollect has them both, so you can have them assembled in this combo vehicle. Next we have this unpainted PE thread and Decal Sheet. These are quite typical for E-tanks from Modelcollect. And of course PE parts will be used for external detailing, while decals are quite generic. They're not tied to any marking option. As you can see, we also have here a full number registry, so it will be up to you which marking option you would like to copy. And let's not forget that E50 and other E-tanks are just paper panzers, so it will be up to you which marking option you would like to have on your small tank. And last but not the least is this small assembly manual. It's a typical Modelcollect brochure, short history note in English on the first page, some safety advices, and then decal application advices. Then we have parts map. Assembly process starts with missile. We continue with launch station. We stop Cowl part, suspension elements. Then we join everything together, and in total you will have to perform 17 steps in order to have your vehicle done. And last but not the least is this marking guide for 2 versions, which was created in cooperation with Amamic, and of course paint numbers are also given in Amamic designations. So that's all for this video review. I hope you enjoyed it. As usual, you can find detailed photos of this kit here in the video description below. And if you like this video, press the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel, because you will help us greatly by doing so. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video review. Bye!